Many gigantic prehistoric creatures once roamed the earth. These enormous animals included dinosaurs, crocodiles, giant snakes, and even creatures as large as cars. However, today, only a few large animals remain on our planet. What happened? Why are there so few giant animals left? First, let's look at the environment, which played a crucial role in producing gigantic creatures. The prehistoric Earth consisted of massive landmasses with extensive vegetation and spacious habitats that encouraged growth in animal size. In addition, oxygen levels in the atmosphere were different from today, so prehistoric animals developed special systems to use oxygen more efficiently. Research suggests that animals with powerful lung structures were able to grow larger. The greater oxygen intake, combined with cleaner air, helped animals grow stronger and larger over generations. Next is the evolution driven by food competition, which helped prehistoric animals grow larger. During the dinosaur era, trees and plants grew very tall. Therefore, animals had to grow taller to reach leaves high up in the forest. Over time, large species became dominant rulers of ancient Earth, while smaller creatures either had to hide or risk extinction. As the land was filled with giant creatures, they continued to breed and pass down their large size to their offspring. Through millions of years of evolution, these large animals gradually perfected and reached their enormous sizes. Now let's reverse the question. Why don't today's animals grow as large as prehistoric animals? The answer lies in Earth's changing environment, the separation of continents, and, most importantly, the rise of animals better adapted to survive. Giant creatures were most affected by climate change and found it difficult to adapt to environmental catastrophes. Sharp drops in oxygen levels and food shortages led to the extinction of many giant species. Large bodies require more food and a high oxygen intake to sustain them. Meanwhile, smaller animals with lower food requirements were better suited to the changing conditions on Earth. Millions of years later, this trend is similar to how a large company with many employees faces more difficulty during tough times than a smaller company with fewer, lower-paid employees. This is why most animals evolved to have moderate sizes rather than continue to grow. It was impossible for large sizes to survive as food became scarcer. And in the last million years, humans became one of the species with evolutionary traits suited to the age. Even if giant creatures appeared, they couldn't survive due to humans gradually isolating and modifying their habitats. Humans' collective strength and intelligence drove many species to extinction or bred them selectively over time. Humanity has played a significant role in driving many animals to extinction, including mammoths. When humans first appeared on Earth, mammoths were still alive, but later, humans hunted them until they were extinct, among other factors. Here's a list of some giant creatures that once existed on Earth. Glyptodon. This armored animal was as large as a car and lived from 5.3 million to around 12,000 years ago. The unique creature, named Glyptodon, which means grooved tooth, once roamed the Earth. This massive animal measured over 3 meters in length and weighed nearly 2 tons, living in North and South America. Glyptodon had a long, strong tail and an armor-like shell covering its entire body with up to 1,000 bony plates. These creatures were herbivores and didn't have to worry much about predators. They were like a walking tank. Based on damage found on their fossilized shells, scientists believe they rarely faced attacks and usually fought each other for territory or mates. Titanoboa, a giant snake that grew up to 15 meters in length. This was the largest snake ever known to humans. By comparing fossilized vertebrae, scientists estimate that a mature Titanoboa was more than 15 meters long and weighed around 1 ton, 10 times heavier than an adult anaconda. The anaconda is already famous for its size. While scientists are still unsure why Titanoboa grew so large, many speculate that its habitat in ancient South America had higher temperatures than today, allowing cold-blooded reptiles to grow bigger. This giant snake coexisted with dinosaurs, and with its size, it could easily prey on small dinosaurs. Many believe that the extinction of Titanoboa was due to a drop in Earth's temperatures, making it difficult for the cold-blooded creature to adapt. Megatherium, the giant sloth that created mysterious tunnels in South America. Today's sloths are small, but their ancient ancestors were quite different. Some were nearly 4 meters tall and weighed over 4 tons, roaming the forests of South America. Fossils found in Argentina, Uruguay, and Bolivia indicate that they lived about 400,000 to 8,000 years ago. While they could walk on all fours, they could also stand on their hind legs to reach higher leaves. These giant sloths moved slowly and could dig tunnels over 6 meters long with their sharp claws. Thousands of massive tunnels stretching dozens of meters have been found, thought to have been created by generations of giant sloths. Gigantopithecus, the largest primate ever, weighing nearly 300 kilograms. So far, only a few fossil samples of this ancient primate have been discovered. Archaeologists believe it may have stood nearly 4 meters tall and may be an ancestor of today's orangutans, living in Southeast Asia from around 6 to 9 million years ago until its extinction 100,000 years ago. Based on fossil samples, paleoanthropologists believe it ate plants, fruits, nuts, and possibly bamboo. As forests shrank, its food sources dwindled, which is thought to be the reason for its extinction. Woolly rhinoceros. This was a rhinoceros with a thick, warm coat that allowed it to survive in frigid climates. It had 2 large horns, with the main horn in front and a smaller one between its eyes. Fossils of woolly rhinoceroses have been found in Spain, Siberia, and Korea. Their name comes from their dense fur, and they are believed to have lived on Earth around 350,000 years ago. In 2020, a resident of eastern Siberia accidentally discovered a frozen carcass of a young woolly rhinoceros preserved in the permafrost, with intact fur, intestines, and even its horn. However, to date, no one has attempted to recreate or revive the woolly rhinoceros, as some people have suggested for the mammoth.